inside the pyramids.
It's been at the top of our most wanted destinations bucket list for as long as I can remember. Yet as we drive along the famed desert road, I still can't believe the day's finally here. As we make our way into the complex, the Great Pyramid of the Pharaoh Khufu towers above all that stands in its way. And to be honest, I feel a bit starstruck. At 146 metres tall, it's easily the largest pyramid on the Giza plateau. Constructed during the Old Kingdom around 2570 BC, records show that it was the world's tallest human-made structure for more than 3,800 years.
So here we are in the Great Pyramid in Giza, the biggest one. It's pretty cool, eh? It's great.
It was built by quarrying an estimated 2.3 million blocks like these, weighing a total of 6 million tonnes. Our guide Carter advised us to not look professional when we were filming, and as you can see, we didn't have to try too hard. About 700 metres southwest of the Khufu pyramid is the pyramid of Pharaoh Khafre, who ruled Egypt between 2558 and 2532 BC.
Absolutely amazing.
At 136 metres high, it's the second tallest pyramid on the plateau. Blake offered to take one for the team so we could get some footage from inside the pyramid.
Adventure inside the pyramids. It's quite a small little gap through it, but
the chamber itself is quite small, about 14 by 5 metres. And all that's in there is the pharaoh's sarcophagus, which is made out of a solid block of granite. We can see here the roof is constructed of gabled limestone beams.
there's not much to really see.
So is it very dark?
I think just the idea of
that you've
being in a pyramid.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's just so cool.
Glad I did.
You took it funny.
Overall, the pyramid is better preserved than the others on the plateau, mainly because of an innovative construction method using a sheath of thin limestone blocks to cover the main structure. If you look closely, you can see evidence of this above our mate Bob Marley's head. Directly in front of Khafre's pyramid is the Great Sphinx of Giza. The Sphinx is one of the world's largest sculptures, measuring 73 metres long and 20 metres tall. According to some estimates, it would have taken 100 workers about 3 years, using stone hammers and copper chisels to finish the statue. Ownership of the statue is still quite unclear. However, some say it bears a strong resemblance to the owner of the Great Pyramid, Pharaoh Khufu. About an hour's drive south of the Giza plateau lies the archaeological site of Saqqara. This stony, barren landscape contains the ancient burial grounds of Egyptian royalty. It's also home to the earliest colossal stone building in Egypt, the Step Pyramid of Giza. This magnificent funerary complex is believed to have been built somewhere between 2667 and 2648 BC, at the beginning of the Third Dynasty. Today, we're entering the complex through the main entry, which is located in the southeast corner of the perimeter wall. As we pass through the small antechamber, we enter the first of two hypostyle halls. There's about 40 limestone columns, each about 6 metres high. The hypostyle hall then opens out into a large courtyard. We were told that this courtyard was used during the said festival. Apparently, if a pharaoh was still on the throne after 30 years, they were expected to prove their health by chasing a bull around the courtyard and catching it by the tail. And finally, here it is, the Step Pyramid of Giza. Hard to believe it's over 4,500 years old and still standing. At the back of the pyramid there's a small enclosure called a sedab, and if you take a peek inside this really small hole, you can see a limestone statue of King Giza. In the distance you can just see the outline of two other pyramids. Before driving back to Cairo, we made one more stop to visit the pyramid of Pharaoh Seti, who ruled Egypt somewhere between 2345 and 2333 BC. It did feel a little eerie as we descended further into this tomb. However, we were so grateful for the opportunity to experience firsthand this majestic monument. If you enjoyed travel, then please click the like bell and subscribe buttons below to make sure that you don't miss our next adventure. I've also included a link in the description below to our Karnak and Luxor temples video. If you're fascinated with Egyptian history, then I'm sure you'll enjoy it.